Welcome to Intellipaat's live webinar. Today's webinar is on Power BI prediction modeling for newbies. So we have our trainer, Mr. Dhruv Singh, with us. Mr. Dhruv Singh has over 10 plus years of experience in Power BI, SQL, Azure, and has been a Power BI trainer since the last 7 plus years. He is here with us to share his knowledge and experience with us.
I'm currently working as a Power BI corporate trainer. I have merged with around 25 plus companies. I also work with Intellipaat. I am an SME for Power BI. I design most of the curriculum around the companies. Also, I have my personal startup where I train people and make them good data analysts. So today we'll be looking into Microsoft Power BI and the program run by Intellipaat on the certification PL300. Now, as most of you guys know that Microsoft runs a particular examination in the name of PL300. Now PL300 is the examination that makes you a Microsoft data certified. So you'll be a Microsoft Power BI certified developer. Whatever we are training at Intellipaat is in accordance to PL300. Whatever content will be provided is more than enough for you to cover a PL300 examination. Now we are starting with the module one, that is the introduction. This is the agenda of the program. We'll be talking about what is business intelligence, stages of business intelligence, BI use cases, BI tools, why Power BI, and Power BI components. These are the parts that we'll be looking into in detail in the coming part. Now, what is business intelligence? This is a very basic question that come to people's mind. Now, I'll not be coming up to a very big definition for that. Let us try to understand with the real-time examination, real-time example. So take an example that one of my friend wants to invest in a company, right? So he wants to invest in India, take an example. Okay. Now what the thing is, he wants to invest in a toothpaste and he's trying to open a new toothpaste. Me being a data analyst is analyzing this particular data. Okay. Now, he doesn't have created any data yet because his company hasn't started. He's looking into it. In this case, what happens is he wants me to perform market research. Now, the problem is that his company hasn't created any data yet. I'll take the data from the nearest competitor. Take an example, I'm taking the data of Colgate. Now, he wants me to perform a market research in which I'll take Colgate competitors, the engine competitor. We'll be looking into the different advertising policies, the different insights we can grab. So data set having the most information, be it advertising policy, be it the trend of sales, be it their customers that they are targeting at, what regions they are prevalent, what time of the year they are not good, they have a lower sales, what were the mistakes done by them in the past. When we analyze everything in detail, we give them information. Now the point over here is, if this person wouldn't be given Excel sheet of past 10 years, would he be able to analyze the data? No, it would be very difficult for him to analyze the data as a whole. Because we as human have a tendency to relate with pictorial definition. Okay, we have something. If you see from ancient times, there are caves carved, right? Somewhere or the other, we are able to relate with pictures better. Same 10 years of Excel sheet, if I show him in a proper trend analysis, he'll be able to analyze, he'll be able to take business decisions. So if you keep it very simple, the art of converting raw data into meaningful information which helps the business user to take the decision is termed as business intelligence. Now, today's world, every particular business wants to pertain in the market. They want BI because they want to exist. The competition has become so high. Everybody cares about customer satisfaction. Everybody thinks about it. Why? Because somewhere or the other they want to prevail in the market. That's why the companies are looking into BI solutions and high BI tools as a way to survive in the market. Now, going on further, the next thing that comes up, so BI intelligence, it's talking about what is business intelligence. So, business intelligence is a collection of tool, framework, and procedures as this turn process data into useful information that may guide business choices. So, that's the complicated definition. Okay, somewhere or the other, this is any framework you can work. Currently, we are looking into Power BI. People go for Tableau, any visualization tool. Okay, business are being inundated with a lot of data on a daily basis. Therefore, it is crucial that they can understand it all. So now, obviously, the data that is coming in the business. Take an example of KFC, right? If you visit that store, normally if you directly go to the counter and ask for a 10% discount, right? They'll never offer you. But if you fill a survey form, they'll give you a 10% discount on the next order. Why? Because somewhere or the other, that data is important. They are collecting this data on a day-to-day basis, but they don't know what to do. BI solutions are helping them tag it in a better manner and create business decision out of it. That is what visualization tool is doing, making the uncomplicated, like making the complicated data uncomplicated, right? Everything at visual level is much easier to understand. And they are collecting data from different sources. So what is this? BI tools have a capability of collecting data from different sources, be it structured, be it unstructured, and create a proper visualization solution out of it. Now talking about stages of business intelligence. So whenever we collect data, it's not about just collecting it. Obviously, we have to make it presentable to a manner that we perform a data cleansing on it. So we perform a collection, data cleansing, and then reporting and decision making. Data coming from n number of sources, we don't rely on them, right? We don't believe that they'll come in the best possible manner. Somewhere or the other, data cleaning is an important part. So Power BI has been equipped with Power Query, which helps it clean the data. That is a shared tool with Excel. Okay. Microsoft has brought the best of all visualization tools, and by that means they are trying to create solutions for the future. Okay, so we are cleaning the data in Power Query and then reporting, which helps the user to take decision making process. Okay, so insights can only be made when the data is at the level which can be reported. That is what I try to tell you over here. Now, talking about collection, data is either produced from existing source or obtained externally via person or online survey, poll, questionnaires, or forms during the information collection steps. So their company can rely into n number of methods for the process of data collection. Okay, we don't know the actual source. It depends on how good the company is. If the company is self-sufficient, they can collect it through online data sources. Also, if they are collecting businesses at a smaller level, they can collect at the POS. At the time the person is making sales, they can collect the review and feedback. So it depends on company to company. The collected source will then come. Now our work is identifying the relevant part of the data and modifying and deleting and replacing the course of data. So things that are not relevant, things that are coming out of so blank values, values that have not been formatted, or converting them into the format that we are able to consume, right? So these are the things that we do on a normal basis. Take an example of a sentimental analysis. So whenever you give a review of a product, right? Obviously, the review that you have given is in 5, 10 lines, right? When we analyze this review, we don't analyze the real time review. Okay, we analyze the sentiment. So we have a dictionary of words. From that words, we are able to tell that whether this particular particular review is positive or negative. Okay, that is how it works on a real time. So positive, negative reviews are collected on the basis of this dictionary, which has the more meaning for everything. Okay, that is how things work up over here. So data is collected, okay. Also the required data, required format that we want for data reporting, all these things are brought over here. That is how data cleansing works. Now reporting and visualization, graphical representation of data using visual elements such as graph, tables, etc. Now obviously the end process of a visualization tool is to create reports out of it. So whatever data has been there, okay, we create that part. So data study is a very common concept over here. We have to perform a data study because see, the business user at the end of the day is relying on me. Okay, so I have to study the data. I have to understand the business, have a proper KT, and then go forward with visualization. You cannot start building visualizations without any clue. Many people think just throw the visualizations. No, you have to follow some process over here. You have to, so your visualization should be descriptive, which means it should give a detailed analysis of your company, if the company that you're dealing with. Then it should be predictive. It should be able to tell the trends of future. Okay, somewhere or the other, whatever experiences that company has faced in the past. Why does predict, like, why do we visualize or report on a huge, why can't we create reports on 1 year of data? Somewhere or the other, it is advised to prepare reports on a like larger set of data, because there we can analyze more trend. Something that has happened 5 years back, right? There is a tendency that it will exist again. It will happen again. That tendency to repeat. Somewhere or the other, if something is happening from past 5 years, right? There is a tendency that it will repeat again. That is what all about graphical representation over here. That is all about predictive analysis. Now, after predictive analysis, prescriptive analysis come to picture. When a doctor finds a problem, when he diagnoses a problem, then he writes a prescription for you. Same way over here, when we find a trend, when we find something relevant, we give the prescriptive analysis. What to do now? Produce more, export more, right? Concentrate less on the domestic market. These things we are able to convey by a graphical representation. That is how we create a successful report for the client. Okay. Now, decision making, making business decision and keeping a track on forecasting business trend based on the report created by the last day. So somewhere or the other, everything is coming on that part. A proper BI is the one that helps in the decision making process. That helps the user to forecast the coming trend. That helps him to understand that the report that has been created is trying to indicate something. Okay, we say that a good report is something that is cognitive in nature, which means cognitive in a term means that it should have a tendency to ask questions. It should be like a small child. So when you see a small child, right, you see that he has a question for everything. Why? Because he's cognitive in nature. Same way, when a client sees the report, the report should be asking questions to him. He should see something new in his data that he has not concentrated on. That is why he is hiring a data analyst. Okay? That is why he is using a business intelligence tool to aid his decision making process, to help him think about the topics that he has not thought about, to help him see the factors that they are affecting his business, to find an opportunity, to find something that is going to go wrong in the coming future. So, all these things, threats, opportunities, everything is on the process of business user by the BI. Now, BI use cases. BI is used for performance management, financial analysis, and education. So somewhere or the other, every business. So healthcare also it is used. It is used for banking also. There are many things. End of the topic. Everywhere BI is being used on a day-to-day basis. Okay. Performance management, how it is being used. We are analyzing the performance of, take an example, I have a company and I'm analyzing the managerial level performance of different managers in different regions. What are the employees performing at? How many employees are not performing good in his team? How is he managing that? How is he looking into that? All these things regarding performance management, I can keep the track. What time of the year is his best performance? What time of the year is his performance getting hindered? What are the factors in his region that is affecting his performance? What are the different external factors that are affecting him? Is there a serious performance issue, or there are factors that are affecting this particular thing? Same way for financial analysis. If I'm trying to invest in something, if I'm trying to look at today in real time basis, you are seeing that if you're trying to invest on a particular share, take an example, right? You are getting a proper line chart of that share where the trend analysis can be seen on that share. Same way, if the company wants to do their financial analysis, where they're investing the money, what part of money is invested in which segment, all these parts are looked into the financial analysis part. The third thing that we have is education. Today's world education, right? If I talk about what type of things, so if I talk about Intellipaat as a whole, Intellipaat does a research on the type of knowledge that people require, on the type of courses that require, on the type of requirement for the finished products that the market is having, right? What type of developers is market looking for? What type of courses are currently prevalent? What are the things that they should invest at, what are the technologies they're lacking at, what technologies they have, how many trainers, how many SMEs are available, how many programs are going on, what is the performance of these programs, what are the end product. All these things are used on the BI purpose. Okay, so every company at every level is somewhere or the other using help of business intelligence. So it is not limited to these three examples. Now, BI tools, you can see over here, we have Tableau, Click, Zoho Analytics, and Power BI. Now, currently, I'm talking about Power BI. I'll also tell you in the coming time that how is it superior from other tools. Okay. Now, the first question comes up: why Power BI? No capital expenditure, security, error shield. Getting new server is quite easy. Now, it's a Microsoft tool. Microsoft has a tendency to disrupt the market. From the time you have grown up, you have seen Excel prevailing over a period of time. Did anybody else try to create a tool like Excel and get success in it? No. Why? Because it is a one of a kind. They have made possible to create such a big tool and make it open to the market. It's an open source tool. Talk about SQL Server, Microsoft SQL Server. Somewhere or the other, they create solutions. They have a very good exposure to business intelligence tool and also have a pre-created client base. When they introduced Power BI, somewhere or the other, they knew what are the things that a particular market requires because already they had collected that much data that they could create a specialized visualization tool. One more thing that they did is they brought the best particular capabilities of all the visualization tools, be it Excel, be it SQL Server, everything was added over here. In this process, they also thought about the security part. So they designed a complete secured environment. They added gateway to it. They added a services account, a cloud account that the company can access. Also, somewhere or the other, they kept the UI of this particular tool so relatable, so easy with the other like older tools of them that the person doesn't have any problem in understanding that. Now, understand one thing that the licensing and everything has been introduced in a manner that you have a 60 days free trial for Power BI. Okay. Also, they have per user licensing. So, the way Netflix has brought mobile licensing, Indian market, right? You know, we are spoiled for choices. People didn't wanted to enroll in 8 screen and 5 screen, so they were given a mobile thing, right? 199 per month. Same way over here, they have per user licensing. So if you have a company, you don't need to pay for the entire company, just pay for the person who are using it. So that is how they have prevailed in the market through their different methods to disrupt the market. Now talking about Power BI components, okay. For analysts, Microsoft Power BI desktop is designed. Modern interactive visualization are combined with built-in data queries and modeling that dominate the industry. Now, I'd like to add on that Power BI has been termed as SSBI, that stands for SQL Server BI. Sorry, that stands for Self Analysis. Uh, Somewhere or the other over here, self-service BI, okay, that is self-service business intelligence. There's a term that has been coined over here. Now, what does this mean, self-service business intelligence tool? So somewhere or the other, when you talk an example, take an example of Tableau, okay. If I have to clean data in Tableau, I have to download a third-party tool called Tableau Prep. But in Power BI, what is happening? In order to even clean the data, right? They are having a tool in it that is called Power Query. Now, what they have said is by telling it as a self-service BI, you don't need to take care of anything. Okay. From loading of data to different sources to cleaning it to modeling it to visualizing it to writing measures on it, publishing it, security and gateway. You don't need to handle anything from your end. We have a one-stop solution built over here. So that is what self-service BI mean over here. Now talking about Power BI component, it is mainly so over here. If you could see, we have Power Query that is used for the purpose of importing data, cleaning it. Data study is also what we do over here, data profiling. Then we have Power BI Gateway. It is mainly used to schedule a refresh. Then we have Power BI Report Server. Okay. Somewhere or the other, we have a particular specialized Power BI services account where cloud account. So take an example, you have Instagram. Normally, what happens is in Instagram, you click a picture from your phone and upload it to a cloud account. People who are added in your ID can only see a report. Same way over here, end user doesn't need to upload, okay, the report. So end user doesn't need to first thing download Power BI desktop in order to view the report. Okay, he can do it from himself. Okay, he can just go to his browser, log in, log in into his Power BI account, and if the report has been shared to him, he can see it on the cloud account of Power BI. No need to have a Power BI desktop installed in the PC. He can see it from his Power BI mobile app also. That type of components are also available with Power BI. Now that is what Power BI is capable of. Okay, they are bringing new components on a day-to-day basis and it's growing. Every month, a new update is something that is guaranteed in Power BI, and they are doing substantial changes. They are making it as per the as per the requirement of the people. Have their particular feedback, pages open where people are giving feedbacks and they are trying to implement it ASAP. Now, creating reports in Power BI, you need to choose a data source, you need to design your report, and save the report to the Power BI server or the services account. That is a cloud account. So it's as simple as that. Okay. Now, talking about list of 5 highest paying Microsoft certifications in 2022. Okay, this is something that's going to intrigue you. PL300, that is analyzing data with Microsoft Power BI, okay? Being a visualization tool, that is our third number currently, okay? So how prevalent this visualization tool is currently in the market, you can understand that, okay? Somewhere or the other, you can understand how much market value this particular program is holding. Now, Power BI salaries for different job roles. I'll not be talking about the figures as it is up to your screen. All thing that I can tell over here is these are just average figures. If you are good at it, if you are really good at something, you can get the best out of the figures. Okay, depending on your current salary, current CTC, sky is the limit if you are good at it. Okay, understand one point. You are investing in a tool that was introduced in 2013 formally. 2010 it was developed and 2013 it was coming up formally. Somewhere or the other, the tool is still refresh. Like it's still fresh over here. Okay. So over here, you don't need to worry about this getting being obsolete. Okay. And as IT people, we should not be scared by the fact that it gets obsolete. What should we do? We keep on learning, right? We keep on investing on ourselves. The learning never stops over. Now, talking about the Power BI job payout structure. So, if I talk about entry level, you can look into something near than 0 to 6 lakh, mid level 6 to 15 lakh. And if you're working on a senior level, 15 to 50 lakhs is what the cap limit. That's an average, okay, that we are talking about. Okay. Now, going on further, what are the companies? So, Power BI is the choice of leaders in market. Top companies using Power BI worldwide. Okay. Now, before starting off with the top companies, I want you guys to concentrate on this pie chart that I've placed over here. Now, currently, the business intelligence software market share for Microsoft is how much? 49%. Now, understand one thing, a particular tool, okay, that a particular company that has 49% market share, that much trust in the BI market, how much ready client it has to convert into Power BI, how many projects they are coming up, how many jobs they will be coming up, how much revenue they are going to generate up. Okay. So we don't have any doubt regarding the Microsoft share in the current BI market. Okay. They have got that trust from their prevalent tools, be it Excel, SQL Server. All they need is to convert all these companies into Power BI, and you will see that the disruption will happen. Now, top companies using Power BI worldwide are Rolls-Royce, Kraft Heinz, Dell, Condé Nast, Hospital Montfort, Measure. These are all market leaders, They are all leading their market currently. So you can understand how good these particular things are today. Okay. Now, Power BI jobs in India, who is hiring and where? Talking about Indian market currently, that is what I specialize at. Company using Power BI in India, WNS, Accenture, Hexaware Technology, Ernst& Young, Capgemini, Dell, Wipro, Sony, and Deloitte. All these companies are looking for Power BI developers. I have repeated corporate trainings where I'm converting their existing employees also into Power BI. So you can understand how much projects they currently have on that basis. Okay. I hope you are clear with the part of the introduction. Now I'll show you a small working example of a Power BI. I'll show you how the Microsoft Power BI actually looks, and we will create a data and do a advanced forecasting over here. We'll be forecasting some values. Okay. So this is the UI of Power BI. Okay. That is how the Power BI looks in the real time. At the right hand side, we have all the visuals available. These are the visuals that we'll be using. Fields are shown over here. Currently, we load the data, then the field will be visible. This is your data view, and this is your model view in Power BI. Okay. So what we'll do is we will take a sample superstore file, okay, and try to create something out of it. So we'll take an Excel workbook over here. I have a file handy. So I'll take a sample superstore file, click on open. Next thing that we are doing over here is we will select orders over here. Orders is selected. After selecting orders over here, we will click on load. Okay, that means that I want to load. Now here, if you see, if I want to clean the data, I have an option of transforming the data also. If I click on transform data, I will be directed to the Power Query module that is responsible for cleaning data purpose. Currently, our emphasis is not on cleaning the data. We are loading this data, and I want to show how data looks into Power BI when you load it. So let it load once. Now you can see over here the data has loaded. At the right hand side, you can see that the order sheets fields are visible. Okay. At the left hand side, you can see the data view that this is the table that we have loaded. So it will be visible on the data view. You can see the table over here. In the model view, you can see only one table got loaded. We can see the table over here. Now we'll try to build a forecasting solution over here. I'll show you how advanced the Power BI is and how it is able to do predictive analysis of future. Okay. So we'll take a line chart over here. Now, whatever you know about line chart, okay, growing up, whenever you have seen line chart, you must have seen it with a combination of period of time, be it performance of share, performance of a particular company, performance of a particular product. Always the period of time is a factor that has already always been associated. Line chart cannot exist without that. That is what I can tell you by my experience. Okay. So that's the reason line chart is always associated with time series analysis. Okay, that is what it does over here. So what we'll do is we will create a quick line chart over here. Because the time series analysis has come into picture, the data that is related to time that we have over here is order date. So what I'll do is I'll drop order date in the x-axis, okay, and I'll drop sales in the y-axis. Always quantitative terms are dropped in the second box over here, okay. Currently, if you could see in front of you, there is a year-wise sales that is coming up in front of you. Okay. One more thing that I'll do is I don't want you to go into detail, but we are removing the hierarchy over here. Now what has happened is now I'm getting just order day wise sales. Okay. Every day. Now obviously data clarity is not that good, right? So in order to bring the data clarity, I'll be adding a slicer over here. Slicer is termed to as visual level filter. The way you open an app, right, you have settings available to filter the data. Same way in our UI, we can give the client to choose which year he wants to do analysis on. So we'll drop the order date. We'll give the user to choose what year he wants to do analysis. Currently, we have it as year over here. If I select 2015 over here, you will see that. So this is like a visual level filter. Client can use this visual level filter and see whichever year analysis he wants to do. So currently, if we have selected 2014, you can see 2014 analysis is current. Now, because I was showing you something attractive over here, the forecasting part that is associated with the line chart, I'll select this line chart. Okay. After that, I'll go to this option. So this is add further analysis option over here. You can see there is a forecast option available. I'll turn it on. Okay. You'll see something happened. We got something for 2015, but how did this actually happen? Did the slicer lose any value? No. Slicer is still working. Only thing that has happened is so forecasting is an AI based feature in Power BI where they analyze the trends of the past and accordingly gives you the values of the future. Okay. So if I say over here, unit that we will keep is that I want the forecasting in month. So when you open the option, it will ask, do you want the forecasting in months? I'll say yes. How many months? I'll say 3 months over here. Okay. As soon as I click on apply over here, you will see 3 months analysis is coming up over here. Now, keep in mind that the analysis that is coming up has come up analyzing your previous year data. From the trend of your previous year data, your coming future is being decided. Okay, let us hold to one value. So I'll come to first step over here. Now, in the first step part over here, if you could see, We have the forecasted value. We have upper bound and lower bound available. Hmm. Now, what is forecasted, what is upper bound, and what is lower bound? Let us understand with the storyline. Okay. Now you said, Dhruv, I've invested some money in shares. Okay. And what has happened is I want you to know. So I'll say, okay, if everything goes good, you can earn a revenue up to 3,098. Okay. That is forecasted value. If the financial market outperform itself, if it goes blasting, right, you can go up to 8,570. Okay. If the financial market goes down, you can have a loss up to minus 2373. Okay. That much info it is giving up over here. Okay. I hope you are clear with this. Now, once you are clear with this part, let us go further. Now, this gray area is normally termed as confidence interval. Okay. Take an example. You ask me the weather tomorrow. Okay. I'll say that so over here we were talking about forecasting. Now, there in the forecasting part, there is something termed as confidence interval that is 95%. This gray region that we have, right, is termed as confidence interval. Okay. What does confidence interval mean? If I talk about upper bound and lower bound value, this is confidence interval. If I talk about first Feb, take an example, the highest value that was mentioned over there was 8570 and the lower bound value was minus 2373. I had edge around 11,000 approx in the confidence interval, right? That much value we have in the middle. Take an example, you ask me the weather tomorrow, and I say that the weather will be between 10 to 50 degrees Celsius or 45 degrees Celsius. That is something that I'm playing safe, right? I know that this thing will happen, right? So, confidence interval should, like, if I'm giving you such big, people will stop seeing the weather forecast if people start giving such weather forecasts, right? So now if I want to give more precise, obviously my confidence will go down because now my upper bound and lower bound values are coming close to each other. If I go to first Feb now, you will see that the upper bound value has come to 6309 and the lower bound has come to minus 112. Why? Because the confidence interval has come down. It has become narrowed. Okay. That is how things work on a real time basis. Okay. Now, when to keep confidence interval low? When we know that the companies are very stagnant, talk about fuel prices, coal prices, these businesses are stagnant, we know it will increase only up to a level. But when the business is very volatile, talk about Bitcoin, share market. In that cases, I want to place it back because they change. In a day, you will be a millionaire, and in a day, it will go down. Okay, so that is how the confidence interval can be used. Okay, this is about the forecasting part over here. We keep it till here. Okay, I think the panelists can take over. Please go forward.
Yeah, thank you, Dhruv, for the wonderful explanation regarding the Power BI tool. Hello, everyone. This is Nitish. Actually, I'm a course consultant from Intellipaat. And as Dhruv has informed you how Power BI tool can be beneficial for your current company's growth and yourself as well. Now, you have to go through the rigorous training to learn this Power BI tool. And at Intellipaat, we will be helping you to learn this Power BI tool starting from basic level. We will be teaching you everything from basics till advanced, and you will be having the industry experts just like Dhruv who will be taking your live classes. I would like to show you the course as well. This particular program that we are providing, it's a collaboration from Microsoft. So it has been designed by the Microsoft expert, which will be giving you the complete understanding for the Power BI tool. Starting from basics level, you will be learning till advanced, and you will be having the proper practical exposure as well while getting the practical knowledge. Like Dhruv has informed you what are the stages of Power BI tool, what you have to learn from basics till advanced level. So everything will be covered in this particular program, starting from basics. First of all, you will be having the introduction to Power BI. Then you will be having data extraction, data transformation, data modeling and DAX, data visualizations with analytics, Power BI services, Power BI settings, administration embedded Power BI, as well as Power BI Advanced and Power BI Premium. Power BI tool is one of the upscaling already worked in Excel access. All right, all right, all right.
So you have prior knowledge of Excel. Now Power BI will be an additional benefit for yourself. Like you already have a 15 years of experience, you can shift your career into data analytics and data science as well. Now, in terms of Power BI, it involves everything like Dhruv already has informed you. It involves cleaning as well. It involves storing the data as well. Now, there are different components of Power BI which you are required to have the knowledge about if you want to upskill properly in this BI domain. Now, in this particular program, we will be helping you to learn everything. You will be having the live classes, which will be conducted in the evening as well as for the weekdays. It will be in the morning, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. From Tuesday to Friday, and for the weekends, it will be in the evening, 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. Now, if you are a person who is having around 15 years of experience, you want to upskill yourself, you already have the knowledge of Excel. Now, I would suggest you it will be more beneficial for you if you are also having the knowledge of Power BI with Azure Data Factory, where when it comes to storing a data, like he has informed you that if you are sharing the reports to other person, he is not required to have he is not required to have the download the Power BI server in his system. He can directly access it through the cloud sources as well. So it will be more beneficial for you if you are going ahead for the Power BI training with Azure Data Factory. Now in this particular program, you will be having around 9 modules which will be covered. Everything will be taught to you from basics. And it's basically a 1 month of program. You will be having around 24 hours of instructor training, which will be live interactive sessions. These sessions will be on Zoom, just like this. So if you are having any doubts, you can easily clear these doubts by simply unmuting yourself. And apart from these live classes, you will be also having 16 hours of recorded materials, which will be provided to you as soon as you enroll in the program. There is a simple portal on a website with the help of which you can access these recordings. Now, this is the live knowledge, this is the theoretical knowledge that you will be gaining by 24 hours of the instructor training. But when it comes to the practical knowledge, you are required to go through the rigorous training, you are required to go to the project work as well, so that you can understand the current company's requirement, what kind of projects currently companies are working upon, what kind of projects you are more comfortable into. So over here, you will be having 30 hours of project work and exercises. Now, I am assuming that few of the people who are looking for this Power BI training program, they are looking to have a career transition as well. Now, here you will be having the knowledge part, but when it comes to the job opportunities, you are required to, understand your, comfortability, which industry you are more comfortable into. So from our website, you will be having 30 hours of instructor, 30 hours of project work and exercises focusing on the different kinds of project. You will be having the project from each and every industries like marketing, healthcare, finance, retail, so that you can properly understand the market and you can then choose proper career opportunities for yourself. So along with the live classes, you will be having 30 hours of project work and exercises, which will be giving you the proper experience in terms of the industry knowledge. If you are having the proper experience, it will be more easy for you to choose a proper domain for yourself. So it is more convenient, it is more easy for you to understand, and whenever you are working upon practical knowledge, from your side you are implementing that knowledge in creating any kind of a project work, any kind of a reports for yourself. So by working upon this project, you will be able to gain proper experience, and once you are completing this program, you will be getting a certification from Microsoft, and you will be having a certification and which is recognized in all the organizations that we are in collaboration with. By taking up this program, you will be eligible, you will be able to go ahead for the certification exam which is conducted by Microsoft, which is PL300. Not every organization requires PL300 certification. If any organization has a requirement, you can directly take this certification from Microsoft examination. Now, many of you are looking for the job opportunities as well. So from our side, once you are completing the program, we will be also providing you the assistance in getting the job opportunities. First of all, we have a complete, people. We have a complete team of, career assistants which will be provided to you over here. We will be focusing on creating your resumes. We will be focusing on preparing you for the interviews, as well as we will be focusing on giving you the job assistance as well. Now, in terms, if any of you is a fresher, whenever it's come to the job opportunities, your first point of interaction between the organization and yourself will be through your resume and your LinkedIn profile. So, in terms of career opportunities, we focus on three parts. First of all, giving preparing a proper resume for a learner, preparing a proper resume for a candidate who is applying for the job opportunities, preparing for the interviews as well, and preparing them for the job opportunities. So in terms of career assistance, first of all, we will be focusing on creating your resumes and LinkedIn profile, where if you are an experienced candidate, all of your previous years of experience as well as the current experience that you will be gaining by working upon this project work and exercises will be added in your resume and your LinkedIn profile. And these all resumes and LinkedIn profile will be referred in all the organizations that we are in collaboration with. Like Dhruv has informed you, there are many organizations who are currently looking for the Power BI developer. We have collaborations like Amazon, Microsoft. We have collaborations like Gartner. We have collaborations like Samsung, Wipro, Tata. All these are multinational companies where from our side we will be referring your resumes and LinkedIn profile in all these organizations. Now, once we will be referring your resumes and LinkedIn profile, you will be able to apply for the job opportunities according to your preferred location, according to the salary package that you are expecting. If you are applying for entry level of, if you want to apply for entry level of job, you can apply for those kind of job opportunities. But if you are applying for any, experience, if you are applying for, let's say, a managerial position, I would suggest that you can go ahead for the Power BI, Power BI Master Program, which is a Microsoft Power BI Azure training. If you are already experienced candidate, if you are expecting good salary package, if you want to achieve the salary package which you are getting right now, particular program will be helping you to do that. Now, in terms of if you are already entering into managing data, I would suggest that you can also go ahead for the data analytics training. We have a program from IIT Madras where we will be providing you the data analytics training, where we will be also covering this Power BI tool as well. Now, in this particular program, we will be having the faculty members of IIT Madras as well as the industry experts who will be taking your live classes. It's basically a 7 months of program, and also career opportunities will be provided to you if you are an experienced candidate, or else if you're not experienced candidate, but if you want to switch your career into data analytics, this will be the another option which you can look ahead into. Coming back to the Power BI training. Over here, the career assistance which I was informing you about, we will be preparing you for interviews as well. Whenever you're applying for the job interviews, companies will not be taking you group discussion or personal interview only. They will be taking your technical rounds as well. They will be taking your non-technical rounds. The skills which are required for you to clear these interviews will be provided to you through interview preparations that we will be conducting. And at the end, job assistance will also be provided to you. You will be having the access to our Intellipaat job portal, which will be with you for your lifetime. Now, one thing, the benefit of this particular program that you will be getting over here, the live classes that you will be attending, the recorded videos that you will be having, and the career assistance that you will be there, it will be with you for your lifetime, even if you have completed the program. The benefit that you will be having in future as well, if you want to avail these career assistance to look for job opportunities after 2 years or 3 years, if you want to avail these services, at that time also you can avail the services and you can get benefited from that as well. So this is the complete program. It's basically a 1 month of course, depending upon the batches that you want to go out for. Let's say if you're going out for the weekday batch, there is a chance that you might complete the course within 1 month itself. And if you're going out for the Saturday Sunday batch, it will take around 24 hours to complete the program. So this is the complete course that we are having, which will be helping you to get proper knowledge about the Power BI tool as well as get the proper opportunities for yourself. Yes, we do have self-paced course as well. 16 hours of what the 24 hours of learning which we'll be having. It will be completely in the recorded materials. But I would not suggest you to go ahead for the self-paced if you are looking for the career opportunities. If you want to go ahead for the career assistance part, you have to go ahead for the live classes. In terms of self-paced material, there will not be any career services. You will be able to go through the recordings. You will be able to attend the project work. You will be getting a certification, but career assistance is something which we are only providing you in the live classes only, and it is more convenient for you. If you are looking to have a career transition, if you are looking to have job opportunities for yourself. Now lecturers will be available there. The experts will be available. Let's say if your doubt is not getting clear during the live classes, the batches that you are attending, you will be having the benefit over here. 24/7 support is there where you can connect with the experts. If you are having a doubt at that, if you are having a doubt at 2 o'clock as well, you just need to connect with our support team, and they will be helping you to connect a proper person who can help you to clear all the doubts that you are having. Whenever you want, whichever medium you are comfortable with, if you are comfortable in clearing your doubts by conducting a Zoom session or a personal call or a WhatsApp chat. Whichever medium you're comfortable with, you will be able to connect with them and you can get your doubts cleared. Now that facility you cannot get into the offline classes. So that's the benefit you will be having over here. And offline classes will not be there with you for your lifetime as well. So these live classes will be there with your lifetime and with upgraded version. Now, like Dhruv told you, there will be an update. There will be an update for Power BI in every 1 or 2 year, right? So to have that updated knowledge as well, you are not required to go ahead and take the classes anywhere else. The live classes that you will be attending, it comes with the lifetime benefits, and it is also with the upgraded knowledge. So if there is any update in, let's say in a Power BI tool after 2 years, you will be having that updated knowledge with you, and you can attend the classes at that time as well. You just need to connect with our team, and they will be helping you to arrange the classes according to the batches that we are having. And as of now, also we will be having a batch starting from this upcoming Tuesday. We will be having a weekday batch which will be starting from this Tuesday as well. So we are now currently taking the seats. We are now currently taking the availability of the batches as well. As of now, the fee for the program is around 17,000 plus GST. That will be around 20,000. You will be having the options to go it for the one-time payment, as well as you can opt for no-cost EMI options. And these no-cost EMI options will be there. Uh, you know, if you are having a debit card or credit card of the banks like HDFC, ICICI, Kotak, and Axis, you can easily offer no-cost EMI options without any hassle. All right, guys, I'm closing this meeting.